And we can see the priestesses waiting to proceed through. It's the oldest temple of the sanctuary. Originally had 6 columns on the narrow side and 16 columns on the long side. Each ceremony is unique, and the music and the choreography is different every time. In total, there will be 33 women coming through from the Temple of Hera, 31 priestesses, the choreographer, and the high priestess. Choreographer Artemis Ignatiou is about to commence the ceremony. She'll hit the drum 3 times. With this gesture, she sends a message of recognition and thanks to her dance teacher Maria Horus, who took part in the first Olympic flame lighting ceremony in Olympia in 1936 and was the choreographer for more than 30 years. Horus was the last surviving priestess from the 1936 ceremony. She died in 2015 at the age of 94 and choreographed the presentation ceremony from 1964 in Tokyo through to 2006 in Torino. There was no lighting ceremony in the Olympic Games, in the ancient Olympic Games, and there was a permanent flame burning. Choreographer designs the entire ceremony and is also central to the performance. She now performs a small ritual. She's creating a sound with the stones in her hand. And she's collected these stones in a riverbed of a river that is nearby the archaeological site. And the priestesses perform a small ritual to prepare the area spiritually. High Priestess Xanthi Joyu will now do a prayer to the god Apollo.
Ιερά σιωπή, να ηχήσει όλος ο αιθέρας, η γη, η θάλασσα και οι πνοές των ανέμων. Όροι και τέμποι, σιγήστε. Ήχοι και φωνές πουλιών, πάυσατε. Γιατί μέλη να μας συντροφεύσει ο Φίβος, ο φωσφόρος βασιλεύς. Απόλλωνα, Θεέ του ήλιου και της ιδέας του φωτός, στείλε τις ακτίνες σου και άναψε την ιερή δάδα για τη φιλόξενη πόλη του Τόκιο.
She asked for sacred silence. Let the sky, the earth, the sea and the wind sound. And now she takes the torch and places it in the parabola. She's trying to find the perfect position, and the lighting of the Olympic flame takes just a moment. The Olympic torch is different from all others and remains permanently in Greece. It's a silver forged torch and inspired by a pillar in the temple of Hera, designed upside down. Only 4 torches were made. One sits in the Olympic Museum in Lausanne. She now lights the Estiata, is waiting to receive the flame, the fire. The Greek word estia means home, and in this ceremony the choreographer Ignacio describes it even stronger by translating it as the heart of the house. The flame has been transferred from the torch to the bowl. The torch remains at the altar of Hera, and the group of priestesses and the koro now prepare for the procession to the stadium. Led by choreographer Artemis Ignatiou. Design of the ceremony can take up to 2 years. Ignatiou started many years ago, being one of the children, to break off the olive branch, progressed to priestess and then high priestess in 1998, and has been the choreographer since 2008. priestesses pass the kuri, who are taking up the poses, discus running and javelin. Passing by the zanes. Priestesses and the kuri will make their way up onto the hill overlooking the stadium. Choreographer passing through the crypt.
Προθιέρειας και ιεριών με την Ολυμπιακή φλόγα στο αρχαίο στάδιο. Entry of the high priestess and priestesses in the ancient stadium. Χορογραφία ιεριών με τίτλο Κόρες, Κούρι και Νηριίδες. Choreography performed by the priestesses entitled Kores, Kuri and Nereids.
First element of these dances, the 15 priestesses will dance the choreography called the Kores. Instrument, the lira, Kuri now join and dance a choreography showing the athletic disciplines, running, javelin and discus. You can see who the winner is, but they don't focus on that. They all go together. Pierre de Coubertin said, "The most important thing in the Olympic Games is not winning, but taking part. The essential thing in life is not conquering, but fighting well." 16 priestesses now symbolise Nereids. And this links Tokyo to Japan, a city and a country surrounded by water. And the fast rhythm and the drums symbolise the movement of the sea, the taming of the waves and the dolphins. The Nereids were depicted in ancient art as beautiful young maidens, sometimes running with small dolphins or fish in their hands, or else riding on the back of dolphins and other sea creatures. The High Priestess, Sainte Georgiou, walks down the hill towards the stone at the bottom, where the second of the torches is waiting with an olive branch beside it, lying on the stone, waiting for the arrival of the flame. The High Priestess will now perform a last prayer.
Ω Χρυσοστεφάνων αέθλων, Ολυμπία, δέσποινα αλαθείας, ειν αμάντιες άνδρες, εμπείρις τεκμερώμενοι, παραποιρώνται διός αργικεράβνου, ή την έχει λόγων, ανθρώπων περιμεωμένων,
She speaks in ancient Greek about two mothers, one the real mothers of the winners of the Olympic Games, and the other mother in a symbolic way, the city of ancient Olympia, as the mother of truth. She then repeats the second half of the prayer to Apollo. Apollo, God of sun and the idea of light, send your rays and light to the sacred torch for the hospitable city of Tokyo. And you, Zeus, give peace to all peoples on earth and reap the winners of the sacred race. She then lights the Olympic flame from the bowl. The flame is transferred to the Olympic torch. She holds it aloft with the olive branch.
Παράδοση της Ολυμπιακής Φλόγας από την Προφέρεια Ξανθή Γεωργίου στην πρώτη λαμπαδιδρόμο, τη Χρυσή Ολυμπιονίκη στη Σκοποβολή Άννα Κορακάκη.
She will now hand over the torch to Anna Korakai, the first torchbearer, the gold Olympic medalist in shooting in 2016 at the Rio de Janeiro Olympic Games. She receives the flame in the torch, the Tokyo Olympic Games, designed with a cherry blossom motif. Children from the 2011 Japanese natural disaster inspired this with their drawings. She says, Tinela o Kalinike, Tinela. It represents the sound a bell makes like ding dong, but it actually means wake up, now's your time, go and win. The dove of peace after the flame is the most important symbol. It is all about the peace. The dove is released. It'll fly back home to northern Greece, taking approximately 1 day. Priestesses and the Korai make their way back to the sanctuary of Olympia. Anna Korakai will be the first female torchbearer in the history of the Olympic flame lighting ceremony, since it was introduced in 1936. The Greek champion, born in 1996 in the city of Drama in Greece, also won a bronze medal at Rio in 2016, 10-metre air pistol. She started her sports career at age 12 and had already become a world and European champion. She has qualified for the Tokyo Olympic Games, and her
Καλό
Father is the
ταξίδι
coach,
στην
Kassos
φιλόξενη πόλη του
Korakakis.
Τόκιο. Safe journey back to the hospitable city of Tokyo.
Torches made with a sakura gold coloured 10,000